Hi. I've lived in my apartment building for like 5 years now, and my neighbors have always been very quiet. There was a woman across the hall from me who used to just be constantly screaming on the phone at what I'm assuming was her ex boyfriend. Um, but she moved out like a year ago. But besides that, I never hear anybody. I never hear TVs on. I never hear people talking through the walls. I never hear anything, which I find bizarre. And that only occurred to me like a week ago. Because something that happens, ever since I moved in, something that happens occasionally is I'll be just sitting here and all of a sudden I'll hear like someone's kitchen cabinet shut in a different apartment. Or I'll hear the sound of like someone rummaging through their silverware to grab like a spoon or something, like that metallic noise. But I never hear anything except once every couple weeks, I hear like a weird noise like that. But I never hear people talking. I never hear TVs. I never hear anything. And whenever I do hear something like that, like like all of a sudden the building is always silent, but I'll hear someone's keys rattling in the hallway because they're going to unlock their door. And then all of a sudden I'm so aware of myself, and like every time I like breathe, I think I'm breathing really loud and everything becomes loud to me. Which by the way, I hope in some kind of strange metaphysical way my neighbors just don't even hear me, because if they do, I am a nightmare of a neighbor. I'm singing gay songs all the time. I'm watching TV constantly, and I'm just yelling at demons that probably don't exist. Like, I'm just yelling at the sky, angry. Um, I don't know. I would be a nightmare of a neighbor. But here's what I think. So I think it's the type of thing where, like, you know how, like, if someone moves next to a train track, for the first couple weeks all they hear is the train, but then eventually they never hear the train again because it's like their body or their soul kind of blocks out that sound. I think that's what's going on in my a building. And I really am crossing my fingers and toes that that's what's happening with my neighbors, because obviously I don't want to be like an annoying neighbor, and I don't want anyone being bothered by like my bad singing. So I'm hoping that that's like what's going on, and I think that's honestly the case. But then it begs the question: why do I always hear nothing, but then I'll hear like someone rummaging through their silverware? You know, interesting. Please subscribe.